Welcome to our captivating YouTube channel. In this intriguing video, we dive deep into the baffling disappearance of Flight MH370. Through the power of hypnosis, we unlock the hidden memories of passenger Barry, shedding light on the truth behind this enigmatic event. Join us as we piece together fragments of Barry's experiences during that fateful journey from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing in 2014. Our thought-provoking exploration aims to bring closure and understanding to those affected by this tragedy. Get ready to be captivated as we embark on this riveting journey, uncovering the secrets that have puzzled the world for years. Let's uncover the truth together. Welcome aboard.
Tell us what happened with this airplane.
My understanding is that particular plane, it went into a completely different dimension, really parallel reality on a different planet, with completely different types of beings, completely different types of energies.
For what reason?
Again, it was part of these individuals' soul contract. They wanted to experience a completely different dimension of reality and universe that people living on, people who spend their whole life in one dimension or one version of Earth don't fully understand.
So is this a group agreement, soul agreement?
Soul agreement, yes. They didn't know at their physical level.
And every single one on that airplane agreed?
Yes. Something like that can't take place without agreement.
I see. So is there anyone I can talk with the last event that can explain to us where this person went?
It may be more difficult because they're not on a parallel version of Earth. They're in a completely different dimension.
So let me try. So now, count from 3 to 1. On the count of 1, I would like to speak with someone who had experience with this event and went to a totally different reality, a different world. Whoever that person is, please come through. And I'd like to 3 go into this energy, 2 getting very close, and I'm speaking with this time.
I go by the name of Barry.
Barry, thank you for coming through and willing to give us some information about this. So can you tell us what happened to you and the plane?
It's difficult to put into words that you would understand.
Yes.
We went to a different part of the multiverse, essentially.
Multiverse.
So we're in a different universe. And you have a very different form here than we had on planet Earth.
When you say different form, can you explain?
Our bodies are very different. The energetic form that we take is very different. I have a physical structure, but it's very malleable. It's not very solid. I can shapeshift very easily.
I see.
I do not eat. I just take in energy directly.
So what the place that you are at, kind of, is this some sort of planet or dimension?
Yes, we're on a planet, but it's in a totally different universe than yours. You could never find it with your spaceships or anything like that.
I see. So let's say using the light year, how far is?
It's not. It could not reach it via distance. It's a different dimension, so it doesn't translate into light years.
I see. So whatever happened, like in a second, or if there's a process.
We were in the plane, and then essentially reality, time, and space were suspended, and we all felt. And I don't know about everyone. I heard a voice. It was almost like a mystic out-of-body experience. But in that moment, I remembered that I had contracted for this.
I remembered.
You know, I wasn't fearful. I was fearful at first, but then when I heard the voice and I had it came back to me and settled over me. This was something that I had agreed to.
And so what was telling me about the voice?
It reminded me of the choice that I had made, and then said, your life was never what you thought it was. Because I wasn't awakened before I did this. I was not awakened. It said your life was never what you thought it was. And then I remembered that I was a spiritual being in a physical body. And then I remembered this part of the agreement.
Yes.
So what's different about us now that we're living in this new planet and this new universe is that those of us who are on the plane can still remember what it was like to be human. And so that's a very specific experience because the other beings here, you don't have that human experience that they can consciously remember, and we do.
I see. So you had this human experience, which is a true experiential
Correct.
compared with other people.
Correct.
And so there are more than 300 people in that airplane.
Yes.
So do you know where they are? Or people can,
Once we got here, we dispersed and went our own ways. But we do communicate telepathically, so I could locate them if I wanted to.
So they all came to this universe.
Yes.
Is there a name for this universe?
Not in English. There's not, or not in a. We communicate very differently here.
Can you try to describe?
We use like a series of like it's like clicks and high pitched noises that you wouldn't be able to register here.
I see. But do here.
So there isn't civilization here like there is on Earth, where just in our pure energetic forms we can take energy directly. There's no need for an economy or anything like that. As I said, we can all shapeshift. It's really about learning more about this dimension of reality and about physics and how the physical world works here, and also just finding out, getting new experiences to expand our soul growth.
So are you happy here?
Yes.
What you said, it reminds me of this book, Seth Speaks.
Yes, I know that book.
So Seth is an entity, and he's from a different universe, and it's kind of similar to this entity.
Well, when Seth is speaking, he's not in physical form anymore. He's in the non-physical realm, and I do have physical form here.
Oh, you do, but you can do a shapeshift.
Yes, but I can shapeshift.
So it's hard for us to really imagine life in this kind of form.
Yes, it'd be very difficult.
So did you try to contact your earthly family members to let them know?
I've contacted them via dreams.
They got your message?
I think so.
So this is every single person in this airplane agreed to do this together?
Yes.
In 2014?
Yes. It was part of their soul contract.
But you don't know at that moment if other people had a similar experience like yours?
I don't know if it was identical to mine, no.
But tell me one more, when that happens, when you have this inner voice, this voice, is it kind of like an inner voice, or is it?
I think it was the voice kind of the universe or of the source manifesting itself to me.
I see. So what happened to your body at that moment?
When I was having that experience, hearing the voice, my body almost like disintegrated. I was having basically an out-of-body experience. And then I was in my spirit form. I remembered spirit form. And then it said, it told me, entering into this new, completely different universe. And when we went through that, when I embodied again, it's when I embodied into the form that I'm now in.
I see. So what happened to that physical body?
It just dissolved, it disintegrated.
Okay. And anything that you can let us know as your guidance or your message to humanity?
Just remember that whatever you're experiencing is what you contracted to experience. And so there's nothing that you go through that you're a victim of. And even if you get separated from a family member or something, that was something that you guys contracted into before you came here, or it's something that your soul is agreeing to on a higher level. And so you may experience pain, you may experience grief over those situations, and that's fine. That's part of being human, to mourn these things. But remember at the same time that this is part of a higher plan.
So your name is Barry?
Yes.
Yeah? And so let's say, what's your nationality?
I was Malaysian.
So let's say if we look at the list of those passengers at that time, we can find your name?
You should.
So let's say as this form, your current form, you live forever, or you have some sort of, you have certain years to live?
We live about 400 years here, and then we do change form with that. We transition back into spirit. And
so you will know when when it gets to that point, go through this transition.
It's not the same as the way that you age here. It's kind of the energy, just the form that we're taking. It starts to gradually break down, and we know when it's time, and we don't fear death the same way you do here, because we know it's just a transition. We're going back into spirit.
I see. Very good, and we appreciate all your information today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.